most basic question that we need to answer is, what is a sourdough starter? Because this is the most important part of your sourdough journey, is really understanding how this works and what it is. Because the steps of making the bread, will come much easier to you, but this is the part that's most complicated, and this is going to actually define whether you're successful with sourdough or not, as if you are able to manage this well. This is my most recent batch of sourdough starter. So you see there's a little bit of bubbles in here, and we're going to take lots of time to really get to know the starter. I'm going to show you different stages soon, but I want to first start with, what is it? So what you see on the surface is you're going to see the bubbles, and you see the white mixture, and it's fed with flour and water. So that mixture is a flour water mixture, but it has changed form because of what is creating the bubbles. That is one of the really cool things about sourdough, is you are trusting something that you cannot even see. Under a microscope you can see it, but with your naked eye you can't see what's making your sourdough starter bubble. So what this is basically, this is flour and water mixture, and over time it was cultivated so that wild yeast and lactic acid bacteria, basically probiotics, friendly bacteria, were able to populate into that mixture of water and flour, colonizing that water and flour with wild yeast and the bacteria. And as that colonization, as that bacteria and that yeast are cultivated by someone like a baker, like what you're going to do soon, it will continue to grow and develop something that will be able to rise bread and have healthy balance. So this is a mixture of water and flour that has been colonized by wild yeast and lactic acid bacteria, also other types of friendly bacteria. There's actually a much higher proportion of the bacteria to the yeast in a sourdough starter. And one of the crazy things about sourdough starters is the type of wild yeast and the type of lactic acid, and the types of bacteria strains that are in the sourdough starter will actually vary from person to person. They can come from the region where the wheat was grown. It can come from the kitchen that the starter is prepared in, the hands of the people working with the starter. But actually there's a ton of diversity in the type of microorganisms that are inside the starter.